Hi, I'm Rose. I'm a final year mechanical engineering student and I'm the chair of the Women's Engineering Society at Bath. It's International Women's Day today, so to celebrate, WESBath have been asking key figures in the Faculty of Engineering about how they are breaking the bias and why it's important to engineering.
My name is Tim Ivo. I am Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Design here at the University of Bath. The bias is immense. It's across students, it's across staff. It's our biggest challenge. We're looking very much at who we take. I'm sure everybody will be aware that in the profession of engineering, less than 10% of our colleagues in engineering in the professions are female. Less than 10%, and 15% at university in general across the country. This is just completely wrong. This is it's just not right, and we have to make very bold decisions in how we take a far more appropriate set of students. We can't blame schools. It's a non-starter to blame schools for the issues that we've got. We stick with what we've got. And coming from school, 21% of physics students at school are female, 21%. So if we're asking for physics, we better realise that we're cutting off 79% of our population to study engineering. And engineering is far more than just physics. And these are bold statements, but they're also very bold actions that we need to embrace.
Hello, my name is Davide Mattia. I'm the Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Design. So in the faculty, we're trying to break the bias by changing the way we appoint to leadership roles in the faculty. We want to ensure that we have more diversity in senior roles. And so we're starting from the more junior leadership roles in the departments by having a more diverse range of applicants and encouraging a more diverse range of applicants so that over time we can have a broader pool of leaders at senior level.
My work as University of Vienna Swan leader, obviously that's all about making a more level playing field so that there's equal opportunity and driving cultural change across the organisation to make this a better place to study and work.
To break the bias, we are wanting to create an inclusive and diverse community across the whole faculty. Within our team, we've been doing a lot of unconscious bias training and training around our language, inclusive language. We have a very supportive approach towards supporting work-life balance. So we have hybrid working, we have a lot of flexibility around part-time working, job share, working patterns, and all of this so that we encourage our staff to be their very best selves at work and also the very best selves at home.
One of the things we do is to identify with high profile females when we're delivering our material. Another way, of course, is to have some icons or females within the department who the applicants can identify with. We are around about 20% female academics, and that means that the female students who are here will have lecturers they can identify with and maybe see career progression through. And one final thing we are doing in conjunction with the UK Electronic Skills Foundation is that we are putting on a Girls into Electronics workshop in our department in July in the summer. So that will provide access to electronic project work for particularly females who might not have thought of this as their career choice.
We try to showcase, first of all the people that are breaking the mold, and there is quite a few of them actually. Not only, now the case is for women, but not only women. So there are so many people doing good engineering, and especially in EEE because that's my department, but also across the faculty, that are not men. And we showcase them, which is, I think, is the most important thing, because this is how you break the bias, by telling people that there's nothing to be biased about. Anyone could do it.
One of the recent things that we're doing is celebrating researchers' work and individuality, and sharing where they're from and what they enjoy in their research, and share this together. We also have communities of practice between staff members where we share different topics, and several are focused on diversity, equality and how we can include this in our teaching as well as in our research and be embedded throughout all of the things that we do within the department.
Within the Department of Mechanical Engineering, I feel like we're really trying hard to break the bias now and moving forwards. My particular role is I have some focus on culture and bringing a sense of community to the department, and I really would like to see more female undergrads joining us and expanding what our definition of engineering is so that we can provide a more inclusive educational environment for all of our students.
I think one of the things that's really important is that women are visible in the department. And actually, over 20% of our faculty members are women, but that might not be apparent if you look at who teaches the first couple of years of the degree. So one of the things that I'm doing is teaching one of the first year units, which means that straight away in the first year, students meet a woman mechanical engineer, which previously they wouldn't have done. I think it's important because if you don't see people who look like you in a career, then it's hard to imagine yourself doing that career.
Why is this important? It's so important to have diversity and inclusion, and for everybody to feel included, because that's how we, as individuals, feel part of a community, but also how we also approach the problems as engineers that we are really trying to solve and face together.
It's really important that we have a diverse range of thought when we're problem solving, not only from females but from underrepresented minorities. And if we only ever think in one way, we only ever get one answer. So that for me is really the reason why we need to really diversify.
Having an inclusive and diverse community is really important to our faculty. It's one of our strategic priorities, but the reason why it's so important is that we want a diverse team because we learn from each other. The more diverse our team is, the more we understand our community better, the more we can learn from each other, the more we can encourage everyone to reach their potential.
Well, because I think I'm a prime example of someone who, if I wasn't given that opportunity, if I hadn't broken those barriers myself, because I left school at 15 with no formal qualifications whatsoever, but through a widening access scheme that Bristol University had, I got to go to Bristol University as a mature student, and then look where I am now.
Engineering is about trying to solve the problems of the world, and to do that we need to have the experiences, the views and the ideas of everyone from around the world, men and women, people from different countries, from different points of views, different ages, different abilities, and so we need that diversity of experience to actually solve the problems that we would like to address.
This is so important. Let me give you an example. How different do you think our built environment might look? As an example, where for the last 200 years, had it been designed by disabled people, or by pregnant mothers, or by youngsters, or by people who are homeless, how different would it look? It's that empathy which we need in proper engineering design. And I've used built environment as an example because that's my field, but you can say the same about all engineering fields. We need empathy. We can't possibly act as engineers for all society unless we represent all society. It's obvious, it's too obvious for words. So until we have that gender balance right, and all of our EDI characteristics right, we're not representative of society, and therefore we're not a decent engineering profession. So that's the fundamental reason why we're doing this.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video and that it's made you have a think about how you can break the bias going forward in the future.